So what seems like an eternity, finally in a position where I'm now doing my first commercial brew day, and I'm so excited for it. So just putting the wire on the floor. The recipe is going to be oats, wheat and pale ale malts actually. I'm going to open the garage door and do it near the door, because otherwise everywhere in here is just going to get absolutely covered in dust. Just added the wheat in, so a couple of kilos of that. Now for the bulk of the grist, which is ale malt. Well, one full tub. I'll have to get another. I don't have a spare bucket, so I'll just have to weigh out another 8 kilos, I think. Yeah. Just got nowhere to put it. That's a bit annoying. Never mind. Right, water additions. So first one, calcium sulfate. See, I'm all mashed in now, so that's about 20 litres, 20 kilos. So as you can see, I'm all mashed in now. I've got 20 kilos of grain there, and I'm just going to let that sit for a couple of minutes to fully hydrate just before turning the pump back on to start recirculating. So as you can see, very cloudy. I've got the valve set at about 5 o'clock, the pump's running at about 50% speed. I'm just kind of saying these settings because I need to remember them for next time. I did actually buy the SS Brewtech recirculation manifold, or sparge arm. Yeah, I bought that like 2 years ago before the Brew Tools one came out, unfortunately. But yeah, so I say it's a pretty new system, so this is what I've got it set up as at the minute. I might change it depending on how things go, but we shall see. So we've completed the first mash step, currently just rising to the second step now. I am double checking the temperatures with a little handheld probe, and I was checking the mash pH, obviously dealing with a lot larger volume than I am normally. So I've got a little super duper sandpaper to lift the grain basket into. I'm just going to do a vol off. My heating elements decided to give up on my HLT, so that's nice and cold. I've got peracetic acid there circulating in the tank, but just while I'm recording this I've turned it off. Yeah, it's a bit all go. So quite a few things have gone on. I couldn't really record much of it because I do try and record the kind of sparge water, kettle volume, kettle gravity, runnings gravity, runnings pH, just to make sure that everything's okay. So I didn't really have a chance to grab any footage, but as you can see, obviously I've lifted the grain basket out on the crane, and then it's just in this sort of tray here just to stop all the floor getting sticky. And then, so I've just basically put the hot liquor in the, well, cold liquor because the heating element failed on me. But then that's, yeah, I'm just basically transferring that straight into the tank. So I'm just adding a little bit at a time, allowing the temperature to come up, so it's at 81.4, checking the gravity just to make sure I'm hitting my targets, and then yeah, see how we get on from there. So I've took the level up to kind of the maximum 150. I'm just going to see where my gravity is. I still think I might need to add just a touch more, but what I might do is I might just add it at the end of the boil, just to help me cool down, but then also make sure I'm not being silly and potentially having boil overs. And so I might add a little bit of a anti-foam into this. Adding all that water has dropped me back down to 72, so this is going to take a while. I'll need to get that heating element sorted for next time. Yeah, so just while I'm waiting for the boil to start, currently at 92.6. I've weighed out all the hops that are going in. I've also added in a refoam. So this is from Murphy's and Sons. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it before. Basically, you can add a little bit into your boil just to stop any boil overs, and you can also add it into your fermenters, and it stops you foaming up from the yeast. Yeah, it helps to increase the capacity of the tank, and also it makes the tank relatively clean afterwards. I tried on a small batch in my unit tank, and I was quite impressed at how clean the tank was after emptying it. So yeah. Right, let's dig this out. So I'm actually going to take this spent grain to a local charity farm near here called Tam O'Shanter. It's really nice. It's free to walk around. There's like sheep and pigs and goats and chickens and all that kind of stuff. So if I had the thought ahead, I would have got a plastic box or something. I do have another few containers, but I use them all. So for today it's been bags. I'll add plastic boxes to the shopping list. Yeah, it's took quite a while today. To be honest, I've been a bit nervous about doing it. Obviously excited, but I certainly want to build up a bit of confidence in the system and the process. I'll get a lot quicker, but just baby steps, as they say. So yeah, I'll be giving it to this charity farm for free. Saves me doing any wasting. I can always walk the dog. Well, I'm up that way anyway because it's on the middle of like a big park. So that'll be good. So I've put about 4 mil of that refoam in, and it's doing its job really well. I think I'll be doing that as a standard from now on. So my bittering additions are going in now. Putting a glove on because that steam is gonna burn. So I have to be a bit quick because I've got stuff to do, but I'm just monitoring the return temperature, which is just there. So my knockout temp, I'm aiming for 16 degrees, and then when that's good, I can let it come down this valve, through that, down this line and into the top of the tank. So I need to dilute it with about 20 litres, so I'm hoping for, it's on 147 now, so 167 litres I'm hoping for. So I'm just going to add cold water straight into here, and then fingers crossed that should be us done. As always, I think there's quite a bit to learn. So Brew Tools heat exchanger, not that efficient. It seems to take quite a long time to cool down. It's returning back out the heat exchanger at 29 degrees, so I've got to get it down to 16 before I can put it into the tank. I've just acidified it a bit because I was worried if I was putting like neutral water in, the pH might come up a bit. I forgot to put my yeast nutrient in, but thankfully that goes in at kind of flame out, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue because it was still 90 odd degrees when I put that in. But I think maybe I need to have everything lined up because literally it's mayhem, like with all the samples and everything else I need taking and I'm watching, and I'm concerned I might miss things. It's a bit hectic, but it's been good. There's obviously a couple of tweaks I want to make to the brewery already, but yeah, I need to make a list so I don't forget. But I've enjoyed today. It's been really good fun, and I can't wait to pitch the yeast into this and get everything nice and tidy and go for a beer. I need a beer after today. About an hour and a half later, and I'm still cooling. We've generally just got down to like 18.8. I did want my knockout temp to be about 16 degrees, wasting a hell of a lot of water. The Brew Tools B150 system, I think, is so big. A simple double tube heat exchanger just is not efficient or sufficient enough to kind of handle what I'm asking of it. But that aside, and now, if you can hear it, transferring in from the tube. So I'm trying to do it slowly again, just to increase the retention time within the heat exchanger, and then that basically allows as much heat exchange time as possible in order to get the temp down as much as possible. But might want to get a plate heat exchanger. I might investigate. I work in that kind of industry, so there's people I can speak to. I only need the super tiny one, but still might be like $1,000 or something. But if I'm wasting like probably bloody 1,000 litres, I don't think it's that much, to be fair. I'm exaggerating there, but yeah, still not great. Now, considering I don't have one of them shrub dam things to drop in, that's a really good whirlpool. Made up with that. Almost there now, so tidied up, mopped the floors, all squeaky clean inside after a caustic wash. And now the temperature of the tank is at 15.6 now, and so I had the chiller on, so that works, which is great. Now I just need to weigh out the yeast. So there it is. So obviously it just goes just past the bottom of the cone there. Right, let's the yeast there is. Let's not mess it up now. And there it is. So excited. Right, let's get this boxed up. Sanitizer. Jobs are good. And I think that's pretty much it now. So again, guys, I think this might have been a slightly longer video, but hopefully it's relatively entertaining. And fingers crossed, if you live on or near the Wirral, hopefully this beer should be at a bar in maybe like 3 weeks' time. I think the date's the 11th of April. But obviously, I'll keep you updated, and yeah, exciting times. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, I really appreciate the support. I know I always say it, but I really do. I hope you're enjoying this content. I hope you continue to follow along. I hope my video editing gets a little bit better. I will be getting some mic soon, because I know my audio isn't always the best. But thank you, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.